Despite advances in science, some mysteries remain unsolved. From cosmic anomalies to ancient artifacts, these unexplained phenomena continue to puzzle researchers. Here are 50 of the strangest mysteries that defy logic and science. 1. The hum of Taos. Imagine a deep, continuous hum that no one else can hear while you're lying in bed at 3 in the morning. That's the Taos hum, an enigmatic, low-frequency sound that certain Taos, New Mexico residents have been hearing for decades. Its origin has perplexed scientists, who have looked into everything from geological tremors to covert military tests. While some think it's electromagnetic interference, others think it's a psychological condition that only a small portion of people experience. Those who hear it are left wondering if the sound is coming from the outside or something our brains are creating because there is no obvious explanation. Let's shift from earthly riddles to the vastness of space, where scientists were once astonished by an unknown signal. 2. The WOW signal astronomer. Jerry Amon was searching the universe on August 15, 1997, when he noticed a strong radio burst from deep space that lasted 72 seconds. He scribbled "wow" and circled the data in red ink because the signal was so unique, giving it its renowned moniker. There has never been another detection of the same signal. Was it a cosmic anomaly or a message from a sentient alien civilization? The source is still a mystery. Skeptics assume it was just an earthly radio wave reflecting off something unidentified, while others think it was an unintentional leak from a distant world. While researchers continue to look for a recurring WOW signal, the unseen forces forming the universe is still another cosmic riddle that is even harder to solve. 3. Dark energy and dark matter. Examine the night sky. Just 5% of the universe is made up of the planets, stars, and galaxies that we can see. The other 95% is made up of dark matter and dark energy, which are imperceptible forces that astronomers know must exist because of the way galaxies act. While dark energy accelerates the universe's separation, dark matter keeps galaxies together. Neither has been directly observed throughout years of inquiry. Is there a hidden cosmic force that we haven't yet figured out, or is our understanding of gravity flawed? The power of belief over medicine is another mystery that is being revealed inside our own bodies, while physicists grapple with the invisible cosmos. 4. The effect of placebos. What if your body could be healed by your brain without the need for medication? That is the reason behind the placebo effect, which occurs when people who take sugar pills or other phony therapies see actual improvements in their health. Because they thought the treatment was genuine, scientists have seen patients recover from Parkinson's disease, despair, and pain. However, how does belief affect the body? Some believe it triggers the brain's natural healing processes, while others believe it's a biological survival drive. Could we use the placebo effect for actual medicine if we truly understood it? 5. The effect of Mpemba. Since hot water freezes more quickly than cold water, it appears impossible. However, in some circumstances, it does. This contradiction, called the Mpemba effect, was initially noticed in the 1960s by Erasto Mpemba, a Tanzanian student. The reason is still a mystery to scientists. While some contend that chemical bonds act oddly at different temperatures, others maintain that evaporation transfers heat from hot water more quickly. The effect is still erratic. It occasionally occurs and occasionally does not. Is there a basic component lacking, or is there some hidden physics at work? Another enigma is represented by floating, glowing spheres that go from freezing water to blazing skies. 6. Lightning ball. Imagine a luminous ball of electricity floating past your window while a storm is raging outside. This occurrence, known as ball lightning, is uncommon and has yet to be explained. Luminous orbs have been seen hovering in midair and occasionally penetrating through solid things before disappearing or blowing up, according to witnesses. While some scientists propose burning silicon particles in the air, others believe it is a plasma creation. The idea that it's more than simply a physical event has been bolstered by reports that people have occasionally even glimpsed faces inside the balls. Could it be something completely unidentified, or just an odd electromagnetic effect? We've moved on from the mysteries of Earth's atmosphere to spacecraft acting inappropriately. 7. The anomaly of flyby. Something odd occurs when NASA spacecraft slingshot around the Earth to increase their speed. They obtain more velocity than physics would have predicted. Known as the flyby anomaly, this unexplained speed increase has been seen numerous times with no apparent cause. While some argue that Einstein's calculations are flawed, others think that spacecraft interact strangely with Earth's gravity. Is this aberration merely a peculiarity of orbital physics, or may it indicate previously unknown gravitational forces? The additional acceleration is still unpredictable despite numerous flybys, leaving experts perplexed. 8. The Pioneer Error. Launched in the 1970s, the Pioneer 10 and Pioneer 11 missions were leaving the solar system when astronomers observed something strange. They were veering off track. The Pioneer anomaly was a small but detectable effect that made them seem to be moving more slowly due to an unidentified factor. Some hypotheses proposed a new gravitational force, dark matter interactions, or even mistakes in Newtonian physics. Although not everyone agrees, NASA eventually suggested that heat radiation from the spaceship itself might be to blame. Was the anomaly really resolved, or are deep space probes being impacted by an unidentified cosmic force? Astronomers have discovered an even stranger phenomenon, a huge cosmic cold spot, as spacecraft inexplicably float through space. 9. The Cosmic Microwave Background's cold spot. Energy from the Big Bang should be distributed evenly throughout the universe. However, one area is far colder than the others. This cold spot violates conventional cosmology and is seen in the cosmic microwave background radiation. It covers billions of light years. Some think it's a collision with another universe, while others think it's a vast emptiness where galaxies never created. This could be the first concrete proof of a parallel universe interacting with our own, if it is accurate. Could the cold spot represent the remnants of another universe, or is it only an anomaly? As if that weren't weird enough, researchers have discovered a larger cosmic alignment that shouldn't be there. 10. The Axis of Evil in CMB. Astronomers found something disturbing. The cosmic microwave background, CMB radiation, seems to be in line with Earth's movement, which is contrary to the universe's purported random distribution. Known as the Axis of Evil, this surprising pattern calls into question our basic conception of the cosmos. Does it point to a more profound underlying structure in the universe? Or may it just be a statistical anomaly? Some even hypothesize that it is proof that our cosmos is a component of a more intricate, broader system. If accurate, this might fundamentally alter our understanding of how time and space came into being. 11. Unknown Airborne Events, UAPs. Reports of strange flying objects were disregarded for decades until governments verified their veracity. The Pentagon acknowledged in a report published in the 21st century that military pilots had come with unidentified aerial phenomena, or UAPs, traveling at angles and speeds that were beyond the capabilities of contemporary technology. While some speculate that these things are extraterrestrial in origin, others think they are sophisticated covert planes. The U.S. government has alien craft, according to testimony given by a former intelligence official before Congress in 2023. If accurate, UAPs might be the biggest technological conundrum of our day. While UAPs are the talk of the town, the human brain is the source of another enigma. 12. Ancient human brains are preserved. Although archaeologists anticipate that human remains will deteriorate rapidly, researchers have found exceptionally well-preserved brains from thousands of years ago. Despite being over 2,600 years old, the Heslington brain in England still has its structural integrity. While the remainder of the body broke apart, how did it manage to survive? While some ideas offer spontaneous chemical preservation, others propose quick burial in acidic settings. Could we eventually maintain human brains for centuries if we understood this process? 13. The Oviedo Lights of Florida. Along Florida's Snow Hill Road, strange blue spheres of light have been visible for more than 60 years. They flicker in the dark before disappearing for no apparent reason. They are an uncommon natural phenomenon, according to some, while others claim they are ghostly spirits. Locals caution that you might never go back if you follow the lights. Though no single explanation can account for every observation, scientists have attempted to explain them as electromagnetic radiation or bioluminescent gases. The Oviedo Lights continue to be one of Florida's most enigmatic mysteries, whether they are a paranormal occurrence or a concealed atmospheric effect. Let's move on to strange objects in our skies from unexplained lights on Earth. 14. Unknown observations of aerial phenomena. Unidentified aerial objects have also been observed by independent scientists while the Pentagon looks into UAPs. 2022 flying objects traveling at a speed of 15,000 miles per hour, far faster than humans, were discovered by experts at Ukraine's main astronomical observatory. These objects lacked a recognized source, propulsion, and a thermal signature. Some think they might be something quite distinct, while others think they are inexplicable atmospheric occurrences. We may be forced to reconsider our conceptions of physics and the nature of the heavens above us if these observations prove to be accurate. However, the mysteries continue into the deepest regions of space, not only the sky. 15. Extraterrestrial life and astronomical anomalies. In their quest for extraterrestrial life, astronomers have come upon cosmic riddles that are inexplicable. Identified from deep space, fast radio bursts come and go with no known cause. Some repeat on a precise timetable, while others persist for milliseconds, supporting the idea that they might be signals from sentient civilizations. The fact that stars have been completely vanishing from the night sky without going supernova adds to the mystery. While some experts presume unidentified natural factors, others think these instances might indicate advanced alien technology. Is the world concealing mysteries we don't yet know, or are we seeing evidence of a highly developed species? In addition to alien signals and dark matter, scientists have discovered evidence of unseen substances influencing our planet. 16. Invisible matter signals. Although dark matter has never been observed, new research indicates that it might be having an impact on Earth. Researchers think that interactions with slow-moving dark matter streams may be connected to solar flares, sudden atmospheric disruptions, and possibly seismic activity. If this is accurate, then our planet is continuously interacting with an unseen cosmic web. Will we ever be able to detect and control this invisible force with technology? If verified, these discoveries have the potential to reshape contemporary physics and reveal a parallel reality. 17. Observations in the interstellar medium that cannot be explained. Astronomers have been detecting unknown spectrum signals in outer space for more than a century. Diffuse interstellar bands are one of these. They show up in starlight but don't correspond to any recognized chemical element. Unidentified infrared emission bands, another mystery, are found across the universe and may indicate unidentified chemicals or extraterrestrial things. These signals have proven difficult to detect, which has led some scientists to hypothesize that they could be signs of a highly developed extraterrestrial presence. Could these be signs of an intelligent being out there, or are they just inexplicable natural cosmic emissions? 18. The results of the brain collector. A collection of ancient human brains that have survived for thousands of years has been discovered by molecular paleontologist Alexandra Morton Hayward, making it one of the most bizarre archaeological discoveries in history. In ways that scientists cannot explain, these brains, some of which are over 2,000 years old, have managed to preserve their internal structure. These brains have remained remarkably intact, in contrast to the usual mummification process, which causes the bodies to dry up. Is it possible that prehistoric societies found a method of preservation that we no longer use? Unlocking the mechanism could result in advances in long-term biological storage and brain preservation. Let's move on from preserved brains to government secrets regarding mysterious flying things. 19. Hearings on UFOs by Congress. In an explosive hearing on UAPs held by Congress on July 26, 2023, whistleblower David Grush asserted that the U.S. government possesses biological entities and non-human spaceships. Former military personnel reported seeing objects that speed instantly and vanish off radar, among other physics-defying craft. Some people reject the accusations as hyperbole, but others think they are the largest cover-up in contemporary history. This could indicate that humans are not alone in the universe if it is accurate. Will governments at last tell the whole truth about these enigmatic items as the entire world watches? As governments argue about the origins of UAPs, observers in Norway are still perplexed by another odd aerial enigma. 20. The lights of Hessdalen. In a secluded Norwegian valley, unexplained luminous lights arise in the sky. These spheres, often moving in clever patterns, flash, hover, and dart across the night sky, and are called the Hessdalen lights. Although observatories have been established by scientists to investigate them, no one explanation has been proven. Some speculate that they might be extraterrestrial drones, while others point to geological plasma effects or unidentified energy fields. The lights keep coming on, but their actual nature is still unknown because there are no definitive answers. Let's move on from Norway's luminous orbs to unfathomable catastrophic occurrences, such as an explosion in Siberia that destroyed thousands of miles of forest. 21. The event of Tunguska. An explosion 1,000 times more potent than the Hiroshima bomb destroyed 800 square kilometers of Siberian woodland on June 30, 1908. The Tunguska explosion is still regarded as one of the most puzzling cosmic mysteries. Although no impact crater has ever been discovered, scientists believe an asteroid or comet burst in midair. A tiny black hole, an antimatter reaction, or even an extraterrestrial craft failing in Earth's atmosphere are some of the hypotheses put up. We are still looking for conclusive proof of what caused the biggest explosion in recorded history more than a century later. 22. The Syndrome of Havana. American diplomats in Cuba began to suffer from excruciating headaches, lightheadedness, and cognitive deterioration around the year 2016. Similar symptoms were soon reported by government officials in China, Russia, and Washington, D.C. There is no known cause for this perplexing illness, which is now called Havana syndrome. A new kind of psychological warfare is suggested by some, while others think it is an attack using microwave weapons. There was no evidence of a physical attack, but brain scans showed unique neurological damage. Havana syndrome may signal the emergence of a new, undetectable kind of warfare if it is a clandestine weapon. 23. The sound of the bloop. One of the loudest sounds ever recorded was captured by an underwater microphone in the Pacific Ocean in 1997. This ultra-low frequency noise, known as the bloop, was so strong that it could be heard 3,000 miles away. Some assumed it was the result of underwater volcanic activity, while others claimed it was a huge undiscovered sea creature. Skeptics contend that the sound's pattern is biological, despite the official explanation that it was an ice quake from a dying glacier. It would be much bigger than a blue whale if it originated from a live thing, which begs the question of what is actually hiding in our oceans. We go from marvels found deep under the water to an inexplicable sound that is heard all around the world. 24. The hum. A persistent, low-frequency hum that only some people can hear has been reported by people all across the world. The hum was first extensively reported in the 1970s and has since been covered in the US, UK, Canada, and Australia. Although none have been proved, theories include electromagnetic radiation, subsurface vibrations, and covert military experiments. Some people become desperate as a result of headaches, anxiety, and sleep difficulties. Is the hum a result of an unidentified technology influencing the human brain, or might it be a natural geological frequency? 25. The effect of phantom DNA. The fact that DNA makes an imprint in empty space was discovered by Russian scientists in a 1995 experiment. DNA's electromagnetic pattern could still be detected after being taken out of a test chamber, as though its structure were maintained by an unseen source. The phantom DNA effect is a strange phenomena that calls into question our understanding of quantum biology and genetics. Could the physical structure of DNA contain information? According to some scientists, this finding suggests that all living things are connected by a secret energy field. Our knowledge of life, consciousness, and the fundamental structure of existence may be completely transformed if it were verified. According to a different view, parts of human history might have been made up because DNA seems to leave invisible traces. 26. The phantom time theory. What would happen if some of the Middle Ages had never occurred? Nearly 300 years of history, from 614 to 911 AD, were allegedly entirely made up, according to the phantom time hypothesis, which was first up in 1991. This idea holds that medieval monarchs changed historical accounts to suit their own political objectives. Proponents contend that there aren't many tangible objects left from these lost ages, and that the technological and architectural developments of this era seem far too sophisticated. If this is accurate, we are not living in the 21st century, but rather the 17th. Could a huge chronological illusion serve as the foundation for human civilization? 27. The mummies of Nazca. A group of peculiar mummies with tall skulls, 3 fingers on each hand, and peculiar bone formations were discovered by Peruvian archaeologists in the year 2017. These remains, known as the Nazca mummies, have generated a great deal of discussion. Some people think they are proof of an old non-human race, or possibly alien aliens, because X-rays and DNA studies indicate they are biologically different from known human species. The mummies, according to some, are a complex fake. They have the power to completely alter our understanding of early civilizations and the evolution of humans if they are real. 28. The monument in Yonaguni Divers found a huge stone building that resembled a pyramid submerged in the ocean off the coast of Japan. With its sharp edges, staircases, and symmetrical carvings, this formation, known as the Yonaguni Monument, leads some people to surmise that it is the remnants of an old city that was lost to the sea. The monument's detractors contend that it is a naturally occurring rock formation that was shaped over thousands of years by ocean currents. The specific geometrical patterns and indications of human modification, however, imply differently. Is it possible that the Yonaguni Monument is proof of a vanished civilization that existed before even the earliest known cultures? 29. Saturn's hexagonal storm. A storm that is 20,000 miles wide and has been raging around Saturn's North Pole for decades is completely hexagonal, unlike any other storm. The six-sided hurricane, initially identified by NASA's Voyager probe in 1991, continues to be an abnormality. Storms on Earth tend to form in erratic whirling patterns, yet this storm is perfectly hexagonal in shape. While some scientists claim an unidentified electromagnetic force is at work, others think it is the product of planetary jet streams. Could we learn more about the peculiar mechanics of planetary atmospheres from Saturn's storm? 30. The mystery of Mars methane. When NASA's Curiosity rover discovered a methane gas explosion on Mars in 2013, it raised hopes that it might be an indication of life there. Since biological creatures produce the majority of methane on Earth, variations in methane levels on Mars may indicate the presence of subterranean microbial life. The gas, however, appears and vanishes in an unpredictable manner, and does so far faster than anticipated. While some scientists suggest an unidentified chemical mechanism, others think geological activity is to blame. It might be the first concrete indication of extraterrestrial life in our solar system if the methane is biological. 31. The debate over the Bosnian pyramids. Hidden beneath hills in the village of Visoko, a researcher in Bosnia and Herzegovina claimed to have found the oldest pyramids in the world in the year 2005. These constructions, which are now known as the Bosnian pyramids, seem to feature man-made-looking stone slabs, underground passageways, and precisely geometric sides. They might be the oldest pyramids on Earth, dating back 25,000 years if they are authentic. But a lot of archaeologists write them off as erosion-sculpted natural hills. Is the entire discovery a geological misunderstanding, or are these formations the remnants of a vanished civilization? In the midst of the ongoing controversy about ancient pyramids, forests of solid rock exhibit another peculiar occurrence. 32. The Stone Forest of Madagascar. An unearthly terrain of jagged, tall rock formations extends for miles deep within Madagascar. These ragged limestone peaks, which reach a height of 200 feet and form an impossibly complex network of spires and cracks, are known as the Tsingy de Bemaraha Stone Forest. No human could walk across some of the formations without getting hurt because they are so sharp. It is still unclear how such fragile yet tall structures managed to survive the millions of years of erosion that scientists believe produced the formations. Could these formations provide insight into undiscovered geological processes? Another odd structure emerges in Namibia's deserts, while Madagascar's stone labyrinth continues to be a mystery. 33. Namibia's fairy circles. Thousands of circular areas of desolate land, known as fairy circles, are scattered over Namibia's desert plains. For decades, experts have been baffled by these rings, which range in width from 6 feet to 60 feet and form flawless patterns. Some attribute them to subsurface termite nests, while others propose that water distribution is the cause of self-organizing plant behavior. But no one explanation works in every situation. According to indigenous legend, the circles represent the gods' footprints. Is this strange landscape the product of an old environmental secret, or is it an example of an unidentified natural phenomenon? We study an unexplainable underwater phenomena by diving into the waters from Namibia's enigmatic circles. 34. The anomaly of the Baltic Sea. Sonar investigations of the Baltic Sea in 2011 showed an odd building that was 70 feet broad and lying on the ocean floor. The Baltic Sea anomaly is a circular object with odd surface patterns that resemble ramps and staircases. It also seems to have straight edges. Some people think it's a lost World War II building, while others think it might be a glacier-sculpted natural rock feature. Its peculiar magnetic interference, however, has stoked conjecture that it might be an unidentified artifact from a vanished civilization or an old submerged starship. 35. The light bulb theory of ancient Egypt. Intricate carvings found deep within the Temple of Hathor in Dendera, Egypt, depict individuals clutching what appear to be enormous light bulbs, with luminous filaments within. According to some scholars, this may be proof that the ancient Egyptians, thousands of years before contemporary civilization, were aware of electrical lighting. The motifs that surround the Dendera light relief sculptures represent energy transfer and power sources. The reliefs, according to critics, only show religious motifs. However, if this was an early electric technology, it might completely change our understanding of ancient innovation. We move from the possibility of ancient electricity to people who have inexplicably and unexplainably caught fire. 36. The cases of spontaneous combustion. Imagine sitting on a chair and then unexpectedly catching fire, yet the room around you stays unaffected. Spontaneous human combustion is a horrifying event that has been documented for millennia. Even though victims are frequently charred beyond recognition, the surrounding objects are seldom harmed. Various theories have been put up by scientists to explain the severe intensity of the burns, including static electricity, alcohol consumption, and body fat igniting. Is this phenomena a rare and dangerous biological mystery, or might it be the result of an unidentified chemical reaction within the human body? We move from inexplicable fire to covert government tests that have been the subject of decades' worth of conspiracy theories. 37. The conspiracy of the Montauk Project. When former military soldiers alleged that a covert base in Montauk, New York was performing mind control, teleportation, and interdimensional research in the 1980s, rumors about government time travel trials began to circulate. These purported experiments, dubbed the Montauk Project, involved time manipulation, alien contact, and programs for mental improvement. Although no concrete proof has been discovered, some people think that these projects served as the inspiration for the fictional Netflix series Stranger Things. The declassified CIA MKUltra experiments, which examined mind control methods, raise the possibility that clandestine operations like Montauk are not as unbelievable as they first appear. We move from whispers of time travel to signals from space that may not be entirely random. 38. Unusual indications from Proxima Centauri. A mystery radio signal from the Proxima Centauri system, the nearest star system to Earth, was picked up by astronomers in Australia using the Parkes Radio Telescope in 2019. The signal, called Breakthrough Listen Candidate 1, sparked speculation that it might be a message from an alien civilization since it seemed artificial and structured. Scientists were left wondering whether the signal was an aberration, human error, or something genuinely mysterious when further investigations were unable to find it again. Could it indicate that our cosmic neighbors are attempting to reach us if it was a real transmission? 39. The disappearance of Malaysia Airlines flight MH370. There were 239 passengers and crew on board when Malaysia Airlines flight MH370 disappeared from radar on March 8, 2014, without a trace. The last minutes of the airliner, which was flying from Kuala Lumpur to Beijing, are still unknown. It did not send out any distress signals. The major wreckage and black box are still missing, despite the fact that some debris was later discovered in the Indian Ocean. Some theories even claim hijacking or military participation, while others vary from pilot sabotage to an unidentified mid-air incident. The complete fate of Flight MH370 is still one of aviation's biggest unanswered mysteries, even after years of research. Another historical mystery that stalks the coasts of North Carolina is the colony that just disappeared, and MH370 is still missing. 40. Roanoke's Lost Colony. On Roanoke Island off the coast of modern-day North Carolina, a group of English settlers founded a colony in 1587. When its leader John White returned from England 3 years later, the whole colony, more than 100 people, had disappeared without a trace. The word Croatoan etched into a tree was the only hint that remained. Others cite malnutrition or illness, while others think they were murdered by Native American tribes or incorporated into the local populace. More radical interpretations suggest time slippage or even supernatural influences. The fate of the lost colony of Roanoke is still a mystery. Our next mysteries take us to mysterious objects that still baffle researchers from extinct civilizations. 41. The undiscovered symbols on the Phaistos disk. The Phaistos disk, a little clay item covered in 45 distinct symbols arranged in a spiral, was found in Crete, Greece in 1908. Experts have been trying to decipher the enigmatic script for more than a century, but to no avail. Some contend that it is an early printing method or a religious item, while others think it represents a forgotten language. The disk's actual meaning is uncertain in the absence of comparable inscriptions to compare it to. Is it just an artifact with no linguistic significance? Or may it contain a lost message from an ancient civilization? We then investigate the enigmatic craters that are emerging in Siberia, moving from one old mystery to another. 42. The enigma of the Siberian craters. Massive craters, some as deep as 100 feet, have formed in Siberia during the last 10 years. These holes, which were first found in 2014, appear to emerge violently and abruptly, launching rock and earth over the tundra. No one has ever seen one form, but scientists initially thought they were created by methane gas explosions from permafrost melting. While some scientists think they might be proof of subterranean volcanic activity, others think an unidentified geological force is at play. Do these craters portend something much more sinister that lies beneath the surface of the Earth? The Earth's surface is changing, but our planet itself is encircled by an even greater mystery. 43. The satellite theory of Black Knight. Conspiracy theorists have been claiming since the 1950s that the Black Knight satellite, a mysterious entity, orbits the Earth. Some people think it is an old alien spacecraft that has been watching Earth for thousands of years after spotting it in radar signals and satellite photos. However, according to NASA, these photos depict space debris or abandoned equipment from previous missions. However, proponents contend that some of the object's signals predate those of contemporary satellites, pointing to an unidentified origin. Does the Black Knight satellite contain knowledge from a highly developed society? Or is it just a misinterpreted piece of space junk? The disappearance of Soviet astronauts whose destinies were obliterated from history is another mystery when we discuss satellites. 44. The conspiracy of the missing cosmonauts. Rumors circulated during the Cold War space race that the Soviet Union had launched astronauts into space prior to Yuri Gagarin's well-known flight in 1961, but that some of them had never returned. The final words of dying cosmonauts whose missions failed and were concealed were allegedly captured in intercepted radio communications. Leaked documents indicate that there were other unsuccessful spaceflight attempts that were wiped out of history. However, official Soviet records refute these allegations. If accurate, it would imply that some of the first human spacefarers vanished into obscurity, their tales concealed behind a curtain of secrecy. 45. The anomalies of the Bermuda Triangle. Over the previous century, hundreds of people have vanished from the Bermuda Triangle, which stretches from Miami, Bermuda, and Puerto Rico. Compasses in the area unexpectedly malfunction. Ships are discovered drifting without a crew, and aircraft disappear off radar. Others think it might be subsurface gas eruptions or even extraterrestrial activity, while others attribute it to intense storms, rogue waves, or magnetic anomalies. Even though many stories have been disproved by contemporary science, the sheer volume of disappearances still feeds conjecture. Is the Bermuda Triangle just a place of misfortune and bad luck, or might it be concealing an unidentified natural phenomenon? 46. The dog that suicides on the Overtoun Bridge. Dogs have a terrifying reputation for jumping off the Overtoun Bridge, which is located close to Dumbarton, Scotland. More than 300 dogs have jumped to their death since the 1950s, with no apparent reason. Some suspect a high-frequency sound that only animals can hear, while others think they are drawn by an invisible force. Dogs are responding to the smell of wild animals below, according to doubters, while paranormal theories claim the bridge is haunted. Regardless of the reason, Overtoun Bridge continues to be one of the world's most eerie and unsolved animal mysteries. We go from odd dog behavior to an odd sound that reverberates throughout the cosmos. 47. The enigmatical roar of space. An unusual loud signal from deep space was detected by a NASA probe in 2006 that was intended to map the early universe. The noise was so loud that it overpowered other radio signals. This unusual sound, called the space roar, is still unknown. Instead of the peaceful background radio waves that scientists had anticipated, they found a signal that was 6 times louder than anything they had ever seen. Others propose an unidentified cosmic force at work, while others assume it might be energy from old stars. Is there something out there attempting to communicate? Or might the universe itself be creating sound waves? Another mystery is the presence of strong radio bursts coming from unidentified sources, while the universe hums with inexplicable noise. 48. The FRBs, or fast radio bursts. Intense bursts of radio waves from billions of light-years away have been discovered by astronomers since 2007. Although these FRBs, fast radio bursts, only last a few seconds, they emit more energy than the sun does in a year. Some FRBs are thought to be signals from highly developed alien civilizations since they recur at regular intervals. Others think that highly magnetic neutron stars called magnetars are to blame. However, their unpredictability has made them challenging to research. Could FRBs be Morse code throughout the universe, just waiting to be figured out? We shift our focus from far-off energy explosions to a gravitational mystery that draws entire galaxies toward an unidentified force. 49. The real nature of the Great Attractor. Scientists have found that the Milky Way and millions of other galaxies are traveling at a speed of 1 million miles per hour in the direction of an invisible force. The Great Attractor, an enigmatic gravitational anomaly in an area of space that is invisible to humans, is the origin of this phenomenon. Although its precise nature is uncertain, scientists believe it to be a massive concentration of galaxies and dark matter. According to certain hypotheses, it might be an invisible force impacting cosmic movement or a portal to another universe. Why is the entire universe being drawn into the Great Attractor, and what is its fundamental nature? While galaxies are drawn across space by the Great Attractor, stars that have disappeared without a trace are the subject of another mystery. 50. The phenomenon of vanishing stars. Astronomers observed something disconcerting in 2019. Stars were vanishing from the night sky. These disappearing stars just flickered out of existence without any explanation. Although stars often burst in supernovae or fade gradually, some scientists think cosmic dust may have covered these stars, while others think they might have suddenly collapsed into black holes. A more extreme notion suggests that highly developed extraterrestrial societies might be using technology beyond our comprehension to capture the energy of entire stars. Are these vanishing stars a sign of an alien megastructure, or are they a component of an as-yet undiscovered cosmic phenomenon? The video for today has now come to an end. Make sure to see the other videos on the channel if you've followed us this far.